Mr. Ferguson. The reason why I like Mr. Ferguson is because he lets us go on like field trips and we get a lot of dojo points and stuff.
The reason that I like Mr. Ferguson is that he's so good for the students and he helps us a lot with things to understand.
Because he makes us safe.
Because he always makes up field trips.
Because he does the field trips team.
I like Mr. Ferguson because he's helpful and responsible for us for the rules, and we love him.
I like Mr. Ferguson because he's nice and funny and a good principal.
And because he does activities on dojo to award us for our great behavior.
I like Mr. Ferguson. Nice. I like Mr. Ferguson because he's nice.
Because he makes lots of fun activities for us to enjoy.
He's nice and he be giving us chances after chances. He give us a warning. And if we do bad stuff again, yeah, we're gonna get a consequence. I like Mr. Ferguson because he's helpful. I like Mr. Ferguson because he's nice and he's generous.
I like Mr. Ferguson because he's fun. I like Mr. Ferguson because he's nice and he's a great principal.
I like Mr. Ferguson because he's kind.
I like Mr. Ferguson because he's a great principal.
I like Mr. Ferguson because he's a nice principal. I like Mr. Ferguson because he's a nice person and he's always smiling.
I like Mr. Ferguson because he's one of the best principals we've ever had in the school year.
I like Mr. Ferguson because he did some good changes and he's the best principal I ever had. I like Mr. Ferguson because he's one of my favorite principals and did a lot of very good changes to the school. I like Mr. Ferguson because he's the best principal I've had and because he's made changes to the school that I like.
I like Mr. Ferguson because he hosts special events for the kids and the teachers, and because we go on field trips, and he's the one that does those, and he's just great. And he's good at his job too. And he's nice to the students. I like him very much because he kind of inspires me.